How could the United States fight for freedom abroad while denying it at home? During World War II, African Americans faced this exact contradiction. While they contributed to the war effort, they were still denied equal rights. This presentation explores how the Executive Order 8802 and Executive Order 9981 impacted the Black community and helped shape the Civil Rights Movement. Executive Order 8802 was issued by Franklin D. Roosevelt on June 25, 1941. It was created in the United States at the White House. The purpose of this order was to prohibit racial discrimination in the nation's defense industries. Roosevelt issued this order to encourage full participation in the war effort by all Americans, regardless of race, and to ensure that the United States could successfully defend democracy. At the time, World War II was intensifying. The United States was prepared for conflict against countries like Nazi Germany and Japan. Events like the attack on Pearl Harbor pushed the U.S. fully into war. At home, African Americans demanded equality. Civil rights leader A. Philip Randolph threatened a mass protest known as the March on Washington Monument, pressing the government to act. Executive Order 8802 opened access for industrial jobs for African Americans. This led to the Second Great Migration, where many Black Americans moved to cities for better opportunities. Workers gained higher pay and more stable jobs. The order also created the Fair Employment Practices Committee to investigate discrimination. Despite its importance, the order had major weaknesses. The FEPC had very little funding and only a small staff. There was no strong penalties for the companies that ignored the law. Because of this, discrimination often continued and enforcement was limited.
Executive Order 9981 was issued by Harry S. Truman on July 26, 1948. It took place at the White House. This order abolished racial discrimination and segregation in the United States Armed Forces. Truman believed it was necessary to maintain the highest standards of democracy and ensure equality for all who served. The lack of desegregation had a major impact on Black soldiers' morale and recognition. Many Black troops, including like the Tuskegee Airmen, proved their skill and bravery. However, they still faced discrimination both during and after their service. Without a policy like Executive Order 9981, their contributions might have been continued to be overlooked, and equal treatment would have been delayed even longer. After World War II, tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union began the Cold War. Conflicts like the Korean War followed. At the same time, Black veterans returned home demanding equal rights. Organizations like the NAACP pushed for change. The Double V campaign symbolized victory against racism at home and fascism abroad. Executive Order 9981 made the military one of the first major institutions to become integrated. It set an example for the rest of American society. It showed that opportunities could begin to be distributed more equally across racial groups. The military became a turning point that influenced bordering civil rights progress. However, this order also faced challenges. Implementation was slow and many military leaders wanted change. There was no immediate enforcement, meaning integration took years to fully happen. Executive Order 8802 and 9981 did not end discrimination, but they marked important steps forward. They opened economy opportunities, challenged segregation, and helped push the civil rights movement forward. They also exposed a major contradiction in American society, fighting for freedom abroad while denying it at home. In the long run, these orders helped lay the foundation for the future progress towards equality. These Executive Order 9981 would have meant continued segregation for fewer opportunities and delayed civil rights progress for Black Americans. While it did not solve everything immediately, the order played a key role in moving the United States toward greater equality.
Thanks for watching. Here is more pictures.